It starts.
Again.
I gotta love how the story
Oh,
so far.
hi, Hope.
I love how the story so far thing is so vague that it basically doesn't tell us much.
Previously on Final Fantasy XIII-2.
Yeah.
We may now return to Final Fantasy XIII-2.
And I'm slowly losing my grip on reality.
Oh, Shiroi.
Alright, so now we're going to want to see what exactly happened with the whole AI fantasy thing.
Oh yeah, and notice, Teo.
Yay! Finally some explanation! We haven't had one of those in a while.
By the way, Teo, in case you're not noticing, right there in the encounter master ability, I have less enemies. That's right, that was less enemies, according to this game.
That didn't work in that particular level.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, it doesn't because the rate is set on purpose on that regard.
Oh, how good of them to give me an ability and not allow me to use it when I need most. Thank you, programmers.
I know, right?
Thank you.
So what ability is it that you just got?
Lowering enemy encounters.
Yeah, basically it allows me to control the frequency of enemy encounters. More enemies for very frequent.
Wow, they gave it to you right at...
No, Jova.
Yeah, go on.
No, Jova. Like I said in the last part, the abilities are gotten through side quests that I can do at any time. It's just that I was showing off how what Teo was saying is that the encounter master, even though I have the encounter master ability for less enemies, it doesn't work for that particular chapter we just did because that one sets the frequency for a very specific thing, specifically because of story reasons, I guess. Whatever.
How
it doesn't.
Nice.
Whatever.
You know,
we can put that stage behind us at least.
You know, it's a shame when, like, games that actually do try to connect gameplay to the story are wasted on endeavors like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go.
And techno music and... Okay,
so now
we
we're in the Matrix. Well, not properly the Matrix, more like if the Matrix was a real place, like with an office and stuff.
Basically, we're in the Augusta Tower.
Hey,
Basically, this is the tower where Hope and his team built the artificial falsy.
I feel like we've been here before.
No, actually we haven't, Jova. If it looks
now I know why.
Because of the game looking everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that line.
You're here. Oh,
well,
it's just a reminiscence.
That line that they remembered from Caius. How am I gonna say it? Well, it's something that's gonna happen, but that's not gonna happen too. You'll see.
Okay, so here's what I have to do now. Now I have to touch random computers until I accidentally guess which one is the right one that the game wants me to touch. I'm not even kidding. The game doesn't tell us which of these computers we're supposed to use.
Good.
It's pure trial and error in its purest form.
Aren't you supposed to dial them and the last one automatically opens the door or something?
Not that I know of. Like, they just say there's something away out of this room.
Thanks for the boob shot.
Yeah, for some reason, when I jump into behind the desks, the camera immediately focuses.
How very specific. Anywho, so like, what happens if you pick the wrong computer? Anything bad or
nothing? The game just tells me it's basically the equivalent of
time wasting.
The game is once again wasting our time.
How charming.
How
it's always wasting our time.
More than usual.
So yeah, basically Hope started to thinking and constructing the proto-falsy thing 3 years after we visited him in the Yasa Mashif thing. The project was actually proposed by the chick with the short hair, remember? Alisa.
That one girl who had that dream where she dies, so she's assuming that because she had a dream when she dies, she must be dead. Like, go ahead, Jova.
Just to recount, let it be noted that Hope, in particular, in the last game, was the one who called out everyone how stupid it was to just attack the fal'Cie, encountering something that they did not know, understand, and was the one who whined the most about it. And yet, here he is, the one who's actually trying to use a fal'Cie. Yes, an artificial one that he made, but all the same, a fal'Cie that he knew, well, somebody must have known, could turn people into Thief on the fly.
I don't.
And never mind the fact that he was part of the heroes, stopping fal'Cie from doing that. So, Pedro, did you care to explain why the heck Hope is throwing away all of his character development?
Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna see if there's any news on Ni no Kuni 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that. Please.
Actually, another interesting thing, Jova. I don't even know if Pedro knows that. Remember Hope's father that we met in the first game?
Yes.
You ever wonder what happened to him?
Yeah.
Because we
Actually,
never saw him again.
Oh, that, yeah. Go ahead, Teo, go ahead.
Basically...
Let me guess, died some more.
Surprisingly not. Not only he's alive, but Word of God said that... along with Rick there, Aragorn from the first game, actually handled the organization of the survivors of Cocoon. However, we never see him, and all of this is explained in you guessed it, in a Japanese exclusive novel.
Of course.
Yay!
One of the few characters I actually cared about is actually relinquished like that in a novel. Thank you.
Like I've already explained, these games are literally homework. You have to do homework to understand them. Okay, if you want to understand this, here's a novel. You have to study the novel so that you can then comprehend our nonsensical game.
And that's because we are lucky enough that our people who actually translate these things from Japanese. If it was like back in the 90s, where internet wasn't this prevalent and stuff, we'll be just cooked.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yep. Although I get the feeling we're gonna be cooked anyway by the time of Lightning returns, if this is any indication.
Yes.
Just to conclude what I was saying, still no more news of Ni no Kuni 2. So.
Aww.
Meh.
Whatever.
I
have complete. Okay.
Is perceiving the future of the past. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe this
remember,
is the
however, this Augusta Tower location is supposed to be in 200 AF, while the Academia place we were just before this part was in the 400. So we're
whoa! Wait a minute! No one knows Chaos personally.
Yes.
That's well. Isn't this the time to mention that?
I know, right?
Basically, Jova, he and Kaius.
So,
there you go.
Go
Basically,
on.
he's explaining right now. He and Kaius were basically the guardians of Yule, because
we're actually best friends.
Yeah. However, something happened. Something happened in his past that got them, to get angry at each other, and we're gonna see the specifics for ourselves later on.
And all of a sudden, Noel found himself falling into Valhalla, like we saw in the prologue of the game.
So basically, Noel's been lying to us when he said he didn't know you.
To be fair, no, he hasn't. He just didn't tell us. He didn't actually lie. He just didn't tell us. And not to mention, Joe, remember, the game told us from the beginning that Noel actually had some kind of selective amnesia, that he couldn't remember everything. And only now he's just remembered this. Basically, the game didn't want. Basically, the writers didn't want Noel to spoil the entire plot for us right at the beginning, so they just conveniently gave Noel incredibly selective amnesia, and he only remembers things when the writers felt, okay, now's the time to bring that up for the story. Let's have Noel suddenly remember it. That's basically how the writing works.
They didn't even give any visual. Yeah. They didn't even give any visual cues or something. I mean, well,
there are no words to describe how lazy this writing is.
All of a sudden remember. It's like, well, he just.
Go ahead.
Oh. It's like, well, they didn't even give any visual cues that he remembers. It's like, maybe give him a facial expression or like a gasp. You know, like we're saying, "I remember" or something
That's
like
what
that.
you get,
Except
Joe,
no,
when you try
just-
to do a super duper realistic motion capture look, like in this case.
To be
Get
fair,
Gary's
Teo.
quality of level of models.
To be fair, Teo, that thing can be done well. It's been done well in other games. It's just that this game is a piece of crap, really.
No, I mean the artistic design of this particular trade. You know what you know what's my opinion on the whole all the whole realistic design Square has took for Final Fantasy.
Oh, that,
in
yeah,
these
yeah, sure.
years.
well, it's not just facial expressions.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, it's not just facial expressions. Like, I mean, go maybe have him gasp or something. I mean, okay, I know it sounds like a nitpick, but honestly, with the way he just went right into, you know, mentioning that he was a guardian of his stuff, you know, go how he just mentions it like it's an offhand remark, immediately gives me the first impression that he's just been hiding this from us. Because, forgive me, but I didn't exactly remember the whole specific amnesia thing only mentioned once. It's like, come on, this game repeats so many things yet it doesn't remind us that he has, you know, amnesia.
By the way,
You know,
okay,
more
question.
important things.
Allow me to ask something, Jova. So, was the actress who was doing the mocap for Sarah really? For some reason, she put her hand on her nose when she said that. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Huh, yeah.
It's like in
Let me guess.
It's like the
It's probably
mocap.
supposed to
It's
be
like
out care.
it's like the mocap in Sonic Adventure 2 where Sonic is like, so Eggman's behind this, huh? And then he looks like he's swatting a fly while he says that.
Yeah.
It's Sonic Adventure to
Pedro,
some purpose.
remember before she did that same pose of Princess Elise of you know, having her hands closed in situations of danger.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my theory when it comes to Sarah
You're
doing
going
that thing
back.
on her nose. Since they're doing motion capture, they probably didn't have enough money to, you know, do several takes. So my guess is like, well, at the time, the actress didn't think that she was going to be in that scene, so, you know, she was just doing her own stuff there, and that happened to get caught up in things.
Yeah, allow me to explain because I noticed Teo was asking why I left. Okay, basically, Teo, in case you forgot, this is the part where I'm supposed to look for Yasab Mashif 100 AF.
All right.
So basically, at
Wait,
this
so
point,
don't it
just like Teo, I also forgot about this at this point. So I was like, wait,
Basically, Jova, the game literally has a padding moment. Literally, it
the whole
stops,
game is a padding moment.
No, but this particular thing, the game doesn't allow you to progress after you actually complete a what's supposed to be a side quest.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to figure out what happened to Hope yet, so what the heck?
Basically, Jova, even the developers realized that, like I said, this playthrough is 24 parts, proving that this game is much shorter. The developers realized this, so, okay, let's add in some filler in this part.
So let me get this straight. We came into the time era, had to hop around from computer to computer. We're about to figure out what happened to Hope, but then, oh wait, Kaius is going somewhere, so we have to now find something from Yakus Masif. Well, how does the story even connect to this anyway?
Because it's just a fragment we have to find. I don't even.
I really hope Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble also comes out here on April, because I want to play that too.
Oh, the app
is
game.
We Will Wobble the rhythm game?
No, it's not a rhythm game. It's basically it's a mobile game where basically it's how should I put this? But I'll show you later too. It's
Yeah,
much
sure,
it's
sure.
it's much easier to explain if you just look at it. Basically, it's one of the mobile games that were popular in Japan, and Level 5 figured they would also put it for Western audiences.
Alright, let's block the.
There you go.
Let's unlock the gate.
See, like I said, you need at least one wild artifact to complete this game. At least one.
And there you go.
Now I can actually, and now I unlocked. Oh no, never mind. Augusta Tower for another AF. I'm mistaking it for another time. Yeah, but whatever.
Oh, so is this where we
It's the
find out
same
what happened to
location,
Hope then?
but
100 years in the future.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. So when exactly do we get to figure out what happened to Hope? Because I thought it was going to be in
on
that
this part.
other
Right
Because,
now,
one.
right now.
remember, the location we went, the Augusta Tower we went in was a bit too far into the past. We needed to get more into the actual time that things started to go into shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so we literally spent like maybe 5 or 10
In
minutes.
short
in
news,
that
Jova, once
tower.
again, the game just wasted our time.
That's what this game is so good at. Wasting time.
I mean, I hate to say it, but at least the first 13 game actually, gave something of a purpose for wasting our time. I mean, say what you will about it, but it at least kept its focus for the most part with what it was doing. And if anything, the padding was mainly in the gameplay as opposed to the story. In fact, I recall saying that, unfortunately, because of the game padding get itself out so much, the story actually was the best thing for me in 13, if only because we can riff on it so much. But here, well, now even that virtue is gone. So well done, Toriyama. If you wanted to make me like 13, well, congratulations. I only like it in comparison to this game.
Oh,
Jova. Compared to a lot of other things, but I like it compared to this, so...
Okay,
woohoo.
and now let's wait and see how Jova will react with Lightning Returns.
Yeah.
That game might as well be called
Yes,
padding the
I'll hate
game.
it even at this rate.
Jova,
I mean, I'm not even going to deny the chance that it'll get even worse at this rate. I know better now.
Yeah. Jova, I'll just warn you, a little quick warning. When I explain to you how you're supposed to raise your stats in that game, you are not going to believe what I'm saying.
Let me guess, side quests.
Well, yes, but not that too. But I'll explain better when we get to that game. Let's just say grinding in Lightning Returns. 90% of the gameplay time in Lightning Returns is grinding. That is, if you want to beat the game, you have to. That game literally requires you to grind like at least 30 hours to complete it.
Let me guess, it's one of those ones that has artificial difficulty.
No, it's not even just that. Well, the very last phase of the final boss is a fucking bullshit, this Teo can confirm for me.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the way that you can raise lightning stats in that game is complete stupidity. But we'll get to that.
Alright, here in this particular time, you have to do a bit, quote unquote, I'm using quotations
puzzle,
with regard
quote
to
unquote.
puzzle solving. You have to rotate the rooms in a specific order in order to connect back all the platforms.
That sounds interesting,
What would
but let me guess.
What would a puzzle game be without the platforms?
Let me guess.
Remember, Pedro, every puzzle has a shitty answer.
Yeah.
No.
Let me guess.
Every
You have
puzzle
to
in
go
13 has a shitty answer. Every puzzle in Layton has a good answer, but whatever.
Except for... I probably should refrain from talking about the jet crossover! Anywho!
No, I'm not talking about the story, Joe, but the puzzles themselves.
Oh.
The puzzles themselves. That's what I'm talking about, the puzzles themselves.
Well, the story in that crossover was a puzzle, but I'd rather not go into that. So anywho, though, question about this puzzle. Is it like, will you have to go to each floor to rotate each room to line up with one another?
Yes, kinda. Basically, as it's shown, basically the Augusta Tower has been hacked by I don't know, GLaDOS, that thing that was talking to us, and now it's our job to put back the pieces back together and figure out what exactly happened.
Let me just say,
wait a minute.
Let me just say,
this is
Joe.
Transpo from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yep. Well, Jova, as you'll
That's
figure
like
out,
the 17th reference to cards I've made in this game.
Oh,
Oh,
Jova.
trust me, Jova, we'll get a really obvious one later on. Don't worry.
Trust me, Jova. When we get to a specific plot important part, you'll find out that this game really loves to rip off Kingdom Hearts.
And I'm not even kidding, Jova. I'll have a challenge right now, unless you're BRB when that happened. When that scene will happen, I will not say anything, and you'll just notice that by yourself. Trust me.
Oh, don't worry. He will. He will. I mean, the only way you cannot notice that is if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts 1.
So, question. If people are throwing so much a fit over Final Fantasy 15 about changing things up, where was the
what?
shitstorm with this game?
The shitstorm with this game is the fact that it's a piece of shit.
Well, I get that, but I mean, doesn't this game also change up the traditional gameplay of Final Fantasy?
Well, the thing is, Jova, by the time 13.2 came out, fans hated 13 so much that they didn't even give a shit. 13.2 was a commercial flop in Japan. I'm not even kidding. I even posted that in the news.
And Famitsu had the balls to give it like a 40 out of 40 or something.
Just to give you an idea, Jova, when this game came out in Japan, stores could literally not get it out of the shelves. To the point where, after like 2 weeks of the game being released, they already had dropped the price to half, just to see if they could somehow get the games off the shelves.
Actually, Jova dropped it.
Oh. Well, fuck. Well,
Oh, Chocolina.
oh well, we're almost done, so we'll finish the part without him if he can't come back in. I'll try adding him again.
Actually, I am hosting. So...
Okay, try adding him then, please.
Hold on, give me a second.
Well, even if you can't come back, we're almost done anyway. It's not, and the rest of this part is nothing but this puzzle anyway, so whatever.
Also, another thing, well, I don't know if you did, because I know you don't really care about how you handle your monsters, but here you can get a pretty good commando-type monster.
Mm.
Alright.
So yeah, there's still no
okay.
news on Ni no Kuni 2. Oh, whatever. I have complete faith in Akihiro Hino, so I'm not worried.
Well, it may take some time, I don't know.
Oh, no. Take all the time you need. I'm not worried at all. Especially since Yokai Watch is paying all the bills. It's not like they have to take their... And it's not like they have to rush it or anything.
Alright, here we go. Also, that effect on the camera is fucking atrocious. It's really annoying.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, moving up. Second floor, Teo.
I don't even... Like, at this point, when I got to this particular point of the game, I was like, don't know.
At this point, you basically turn off your brain and just roll with it. Right?
Like... And to think that I actually hope this game would fix something on the problems of 13. Like, how naive would I have been?
And you know, in
Jova.
hindsight, that kind of bites. And yes, I hate Skype.
Oh, don't worry, Jova, we all do. Anyway, like I was saying, actually, remind me, Teo.
And this puzzle is still going.
Yeah, remind me again what I was saying to Jova, where he
You were
dropped
telling
Teo.
me something about the puzzles, or... Oh, we were talking about Kingdom Hearts at the time.
Oh, okay, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, basically, Jova, you're gonna find out that this game loves to rip off Kingdom Hearts, and that's...
Yeah.
Oh, now I remember. You were talking about, you know, like, how 13-2 bombed in Japan.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
commercially.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, basically, Jova, this game, when it was released in Japan, it did moderately well in the West. Moderately. However...
Actually, Pedro, I heard that it did worse in the West because they heard ahead of time. Or wait, or is that Lightning Returns I'm thinking
Lightning
about?
Returns.
Not Lightning Returns. Anyway, this game did
yeah.
moderately well in the West, but in Japan it was a gigantic commercial bomb to the point where stores could not get the fucking game off the shelves. And it got to a point where just 2 weeks after the game released, stores were selling them by half price. I am not even kidding. They could not get that thing off the shelves. So props to Japanese audiences for having a brain.
I hear that it was apparently the reverse when it came to Lightning Returns.
Yeah,
apparently with it was the reverse of Lightning Returns. Apparently that sold kinda decent in Japan, but over in the West, oh boy! I mean, okay. I wasn't even a Final Fantasy fan, but even I heard commotion about how terrible that game was commercially and critically. I didn't look.
Oh yeah,
I didn't look into the specifics though,
Yeah,
but I do recall you guys complaining a lot on the forum.
Yeah, Lightning
before I had no idea why, but now I may have a better idea.
Lightning Returns is pretty much like again, the entire point of Lightning Returns is for Toriyama to completely do the most self-indulgent thing ever. And it's like Jim Sterling said. Okay, have you guys ever read the review Jim Sterling did for Destructoid, the first game?
No, unfortunately not.
He never played the sequels because the guy who reviewed the sequels for Destructoid was a different guy. In fact, he himself actually said in one video he never actually played the sequels. He only played the first one. He was the one who gave the game the lowest score, 4 out of 10. And he quit. And the sum up of his review at the end pretty much sums up the whole trilogy when you think about it. he concludes this review by saying, Final Fantasy XIV is one of those games that was made specifically for the purpose of indulging the developer's ego rather than entertaining gamers.
Wow. So we called it before it became incredibly blatant in Lightning Returns.
Hello.
Well,
Hi,
that's-
Shiroi.
Hey, Shiroi. Guess what, Shiroi? You missed nothing!
Because the game literally wasted our time with filler and padding.
And a
That's been the
puzzle.
entire game so far.
And by the way, Shiroi, another thing that you might find interesting about this game that I mentioned to Jova just now. Believe it or not, this game was actually... Oh, hold on. This is actually kind of important.
I'm actually surprised.
Oh, are we finally gonna figure out what happened to Hope? Or do we have to
Basically,
solve and hack the system?
basically, here's the interesting from Jova. The Falsi is noting that these two are subjects must be eliminated because they're a threat. But here's the thing. That thing doesn't really do much to try to stop us. But yeah, back to it has.
Yes, but what about the technology planning to kill you?
They didn't hear that, Jova.
But wait, so does that mean that the paradox really isn't resolved yet?
No,
Not
Jova.
yet.
No, what we just heard, that thing where subjects must be eliminated, that was the Falsi speaking to itself. They didn't actually hear any of that.
Oh, so of course the Falsi can talk. Guess it makes
Well, no,
sense.
it talks like an AI. Think of it like GLaDOS from Portal.
Yeah.
Gee, it would have been nice if they did that before in the first game.
I know, right?
But Jova, don't you remember? They did. Bartenderless could talk, remember?
Only him. An orphan, I guess, but you know the gist.
Alright, the
And then,
next part we'll try
hold on,
solving the...
Hold on, Tail, but
problem, right?
just before we end. Basically, Shiroi, you still there, Shiroi, by the way?
Yep.
Okay. Basically, Shiroi, believe it or not, this game was actually a commercial flop in Japan. To the point...
In Japan.
In the West, it sold moderately well. But in Japan, it was so flop. It's just to the point where stores could not get the game off shelves. To the point where 2 weeks after release, the store started selling the game at half price.
On release date.
I'm not even kidding. That's how desperate they were to try to please buy our game. Please.
If it's
pretty please.
If it's any
And this is
consolation,
the second in the trilogy.
Yes.
if it's any consolation, Shiroi, the exact opposite happened with Lightning Returns. It sold a good bit in Japan, but over in the West, well, let's just say there are actually still new, fresh copies to this day. Found all over the place.
Probably because the Japanese version released like 4 months before the Western release, and so fans got to see the ending for themselves on YouTube, and the ending was such the most atrocious pile of ending ever put in any work of fiction. So they figured, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when the story is enough of a put down that people will abandon the series in droves like that.
So yeah, see you for the next part, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.